Pretty smart.
He's very smart. I'll give him that. But I see we have a lot of tags in common: Israel, Palestine, and Jewish.
Yeah, yeah, we have some tags in common.
What's your takes on it?
My take is, I don't fucking know. There should just not be a war anymore.
Okay, in Iran you're talking about, or Palestine, wherever that is.
Um, yeah, like, and I don't support like taking people's houses just for like, because like God promised it to them 3,000 years ago.
Well, I mean that's not exactly what's happening. Are you? What are you by any chance? Are you religious or no?
I'm Jewish. I'm not really that religious.
Okay, and you're in America. All right. I mean,
I mean, I'm an Israeli citizen.
okay. So you don't you what are you in favor of? Like a two state, one state? No, like
Yeah, probably like a two-state. I don't know.
now you know that the Arabs wouldn't want that, right? Like we've offered them that many times.
Like, yeah, but like, I mean, the conditions were pretty shit.
Not really. The first one of
Like,
the
yes, but like like part of it's like the Arabs are just retarded and like, you know, they just are fucking dumb. But like,
they just don't want two states, brother. They want one state. They say it themselves. You know, in America we hear from the river to the sea,
yeah, yeah,
but in Arab,
Palestine, Arabia, yeah, like
so
it's
they don't want two states. Yes,
who
there's some
cares? Like
modernized
they're
Arabs, but
fucking, they're
they're
just
not.
dumb.
Well, again, though, so what makes you think that a two state? I get that, like, you would love that. Before October 7th, I was a two state absolutist. But then I finally woke up and I started listening to them and how they speak to themselves in Arabic.
Like, I don't know, just like, like you can't have one, you can't have this. Like this is not gonna work.
Unfortunately, we don't have any other option. It's either they learn to live with us, coexist with us side by side, or they have to go somewhere else. They have many, many Muslim countries, many Arab countries. We have one. The Jewish people have one country.
I mean, yeah, but like we have like we're doing fine everywhere else, like right now.
We're doing fine in Israel as well. I mean, we can't help it that they're surrounded by a bunch of 7th century mentalities over there, but
I mean, we've got our own problems though. Like we got the fucking crazy ultra orthodox. Like I think we
every
should focus
every
on that
every group
before
of
we like
every group of people have some crazy people within their society. But you don't see Jews going and doing terrorist attacks like you do the Muslims.
Baruch Goldstein.
Okay, yes, I'm not saying it's never happened, brother, but like you on the
What
scale,
about like killing like civilians?
again, it's not. What do you mean? The war in Israel?
Yeah, like they're
That's
killing
not
civilians.
that's a war, brother. A war that
Doesn't
we didn't.
matter. Like you can do a little bit to mitigate like civilian deaths.
But it's of course they can, and they have been. They've been doing
Man,
the
I've
best that
talked to
they
like
can.
I have friends who are like IDF soldiers, and they just tell me like they just shoot anyone that like I actually have friends that just tell me like, oh yeah, I just fucking if anyone crosses that line, I'll just shoot them.
Okay, and I have many family and friends within the IDF. Not all IDF, not one IDF
Yeah, of
support
course, but
all of
like,
them. That doesn't.
man, there's like no
And
discipline
if
within the
that
army
is,
now. It's so
and
unprofessional. There's a huge
absolutely
manpower
there
shortage.
is.
Like, trust me, I know. I have like cousins who are big colonels in the army, and they just tell
I
me like,
I have
it's a
many
man.
family there too, brother. I have many people within the IDF as well. And he skips that. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part. He's not even willing to have a conversation. I really wish he would have stayed. There was so much I wanted to push back on, but I can tell that he was very close-minded. Guys, just so you know, that was my exact rhetoric before October 7th. Not leave out the Jews doing terrorist attacks and whatnot, because I'm sorry, I was well aware with what happens within the teachings of Islam, but when it came to Israel specifically, I was very like, and you know why? Because I've never been to Israel. My American privileged ass. I've never lived over there. I've never had to deal with running from rockets. I've never had to even have a taste of what it was like. My closest thing to a taste of was 9/11 when I was a kid. I was still very young. I was in middle school. So I didn't really know exactly what happened. It took me a whole like years later to actually grasp what 9/11 exactly was. I just knew something bad happened and it wasn't a good day. But that's the us Americans, we are so privileged. We don't realize how well we have it here. But to see a Jew, a fellow Jew, speaking like this, having family there, still running with the same rhetoric, and at the end of the day, if something were to hit the fan, not here in America, I don't think, I mean, it could happen, but I'm not a fear monger. I think we're well protected here in America. Not all of us. Shit still happens. But if he was in a place where, you know, his life is at threat because of his ethnicity, he wasn't very religious, he said, just like me, same. Guess where your safe haven is, brother? You have a place to go. You don't have to go into hiding and, you know, like, oh my God, that shit breaks my heart. He looked like in his 20s. So again, that was me in my 20s. Hopefully he pulls his head out of his ass. I'll pray for him. He seemed like a very sweet kid and he means well, but my God, it's one of the hardest people for me to speak to is the my own people.